for the role. You are equipped for what is required of you. I want to repeat what I've said in summary. Know who you are as a peer counselor. Do you know there are guys out there, they are just seeing what we are doing here? The first question, you leave this particular point and you get out there, they'll ask you, by the way, I saw you with someone. I saw you with a speaker, right? Yes, if I'm not wrong. So what was it about? And you tell them, he was training peer counselors. Oh, so you're a peer counselor? Yeah. So what is it? What is it that defines a peer counselor? Who is a peer counselor? You need to tell him who you are. My friend, if you fail to tell these people, they will laugh and they will tell, hey, wait, kwani wewe ni peer counselor na hujui peer counseling ni nini? You need to know that. Number one. Number two, you also need to tell them, so what is required for a peer counselor? Now that you are a peer counselor, so you need to tell them, now, this is my response, my character. This is the way the peer counselors are supposed to behave, or these are the behaviors required for peer counselors. This is supposed to behave this way, they're supposed to behave this way, they're supposed to behave this way, they're supposed to behave this way. This is their characteristics. Now, what is your role as a peer counselor? You need to understand your role as a peer counselor, so that whenever these particular issues arises, you should actually fast track them and actually be available to support where necessary. Know the responsibilities of a peer counselor. Then the last one, of course, now benefit remains yours. Are we together? Yes. Benefit now remains yours. As you carry out these particular responsibilities, you shouldn't actually be pushed to. You know, there are some of us who will be told, hey, by the way, if you are a peer counselor, don't you know this and this is happening? And we're just here. In fact, we're just looking at it. I mean, come on. What's wrong with you? Why can't you do something? If you are that kind of a person and you are here, this job will be so heavy for you. You need to be very enthusiastic. Jitume. Love this particular job. Love your fellow students. Because our greatest commission is to ensure that all goes well. If there is the issue of drugs, we need to address it once and for all. If there is the issue of indiscipline, we need to address it once and for all. If there is an issue of marriage, kind of relationship and all this manner of things, we need to address them once and for all. So any issue concerning these particular peers, you should be aware and first track them. Once you track it, the teacher is aware, you will be equipped on how to go about it. Are we together? Yes. So I can take, with the permission from Madam, I can take this particular opportunity to give atmosphere for questions. Whoever has any question, there is a gray area that maybe you don't understand on how you'll be carrying out this particular role, and maybe you don't know how to go about it. You can raise your hand and ask a question. We have like 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes before we wrap up. Any question? Thank you. Your name, please?
By the name Aaron. Maybe Aaron Bitao.
Yes.
Yes. So my question is, you've said that whenever we have a situation, we should always report to our teacher.
Yes.
So what if the peer that you are counseling does not want the information to reach the teacher? Maybe it concerns her or in a way. So how are we supposed to handle that?
Very good. Let's appreciate him. Now, remember the issue of, being confidential. We actually mentioned that. And he's talking of this particular issue should not actually reach the teacher. The issue must, underline, must reach to the teacher. But now, the peer must not know that the issue has reached to the teacher. Are we together? The issue must reach to the teacher. And don't go tell him, you know what, I've also shared with the teacher. That is not your role. Don't go tell him. But your role is actually to gather information. You have it right with you here. Yeah. So go share with the teacher, madam, so and so is struggling with this and this. How do we go about it? You don't need to go back to this particular peer and tell me, unajua nimeongea na mwalimu. Don't do that. Weenda tu ongea na mwalimu, share na mwalimu atakupatia the way forward. Hata huyu hatajua umeenda ukaongea na mwalimu, hatajua na hafai kujua. Not unless, let me be very specific. And everyone listen to this. Not unless this issue is so thorny, so huge, to an extent, apende asipende, mwalimu tu sasa ni lazima ajue na ajue venye atamsaidia. Na hayo yote yanafaa yatoke kwa mwalimu mwenyewe. Are we together? Yeah. Mwalimu mwenyewe ndo atapeana sasa direction, but your role would have already been played very effectively. Please share with the teacher. So it's the teacher to give you direction. I was very specific to what I said. Whether you will go now and discuss or rather direct this particular person the way forward, or whether this particular issue, it is beyond you, it is now a teacher's issue for him or her to actually take from there. Inafikanga mahali apende asipende, aogope asiogope, kuna mambo mengine si walimu tu watahandle. Si ni ukweli? Yes. So please ensure and mark my words, all issues must reach to the teacher. So the teacher now will give you a direction based on the weight of the issue. Whether it's you now to go and help that particular boy, and after helping, you also need to bring the feedback, because we also need feedback to know whether he's cooperating, he's actually doing very well, he's improving, or things are worsening. Are we together? To answer that question, number one, all issues must reach to the teacher, and the peer should not know that the teacher is aware. Ndio sababu tumekutana hapa kama peer counselors, si shule yote. So that once you've actually brought this particular issue to the teacher will assess the issue, and the teacher now will give direction. Whether you are the one to go, a team of 1, 2, 3, to go and handle that issue in a very harmonious way, or the teacher will also or take the position in that particular issue directly. Are we together? Very good. Let's appreciate him once again. Yeah. Someone else? Yes? You are Franklin? Brian. Yes. Brandon. Thank you. He doesn't change at all. This particular person doesn't change at all. And just what I told you, their issues are for teachers. Do you know, as a peer counselor, you would have done your role. True or false? Yes, umefanya kazi yako. But now, when this particular person is not changing, you've tried and this particular person is not changing, kindly, the teacher must be aware. So that now, the teacher now can take the issue from there and push it to a direction that will help this particular student. Are we together? So when you talk to this particular student and he's not actually kind of listening, he's not kind of taking serious, he's not kind of changing, don't worry, you've played your, in fact, we need to clap for you, you've done your work very well. From there is a portion for the teacher to deal with now. Leave it to the teacher. Are we together? But now, how will we know that this particular person has not changed? Constant reports, constant, feedback from now, from this particular peer to the teacher. Constant reports. Malim, I tried to talk to him, but he's kind of not changing. Do you know the mistake that he did last week? He has repeated the same mistake. And even the mistake he did yesterday, he has done the same mistake. Now, up to that point is beyond you. Because you shared with the teacher now will pick the mantle from there and give a direction. Are we together? I clap for him once again. Someone else? I saw a hand somewhere. Or we give you time. You are digesting. Yes. Someone else? Don't say, nilikuwa na kaswali walinifungia nje. Yes? Remind me your name. Moses, go ahead.
You say that when you are going to handle a question, you have a kwenda peke yako. If this guy maybe ili akue open, anataka kuwa peke yako.
Well and good. There are issues, and some of us will trust one person, isn't you? And that's why you are being equipped right now. Whether we are 10 of us, whether you are alone, it doesn't matter. But what we want is to gather information and find this particular person helped. Are we together? Akisema anataka tu ukue peke yako, wewe you are qualified, trained peer counselor. That's why you are here. You have all the mandate, you have all the skills, you have all the methodology that you can apply to this particular person. That's why we have you here. Akisema nataka tuwe peke yako, why not? Enda peke yako. The bottom line of everything is that we need to know what is happening and to help this particular person. Are we together? Sasa ukimaliza kupata information, unapata venye iko, kindly come and share with madam. Then from there, madam will give you the direction. Na ukisha share na madam, kuna wengine wangependa madam ajue, si ukweli tu. Usiende umwambie hata nimeshare na madam amesema wewe achia hapo. Are we together? Yes, achia hapo, madam now will give you the direction. Whether you go back to help or, depending with the weight of the issue, madam now will do what? Will actually take the responsibility at her hand. A clap for Moses. Someone else? Usiseme tulikufungia na kupata session kama hii ni ngumu, pengine inaweza kuwa tu moja kwa mwaka. So please, grab it. Run with it, my friend. Run with it, a peer counselor. Run with this particular kind of session. Any question? Yes? John, yes?
What the teacher told me. Now, there's a day a boy came to me, told me about issues, about his families, and I didn't know what to do. Now I told him that he should wait for I to continue. Yes, now I was asking if someone can go and ask from other those teachers who are more intelligent than us.
Very good. What he's trying to say is, he was in class when the information landed to him that he's going to be one of the peer counselors of the school. A boy shared with him their family issues. Are we together? Their family issues. Someone open up. And in fact, we appreciate for that boy that he opened up to you. In fact, that tells you, my friend, that boy trusts you. That one is the first client that you have. That particular person must be helped. Are we together? Now, so a boy opens up to him that there's this issue that is going in our family. So his question is, should he go and do the support, or should he seek wisdom from the above? I think that's the question, isn't it? Now, this is the answer. The role of the peer counselor has already been done, which is to fast track information. He has the information already, isn't it? Yes. Now, the next thing we said, cooperate with madam. In fact, share with madam, if not today, maybe tomorrow or on Monday, the issue about that boy. Share with madam openly. So madam will give direction on how to go about the issue depending with the weight of the issue. You've already, by the way, up to that point, you've already played your role as a peer counselor. You have the information with you. And this guy has already trusted with the information he disclosed to you. So what you need to do, it is the characteristics and the responsibility of the peer counselor, how he's supposed to behave, how he's supposed to run his role. Let that particular kind of story that he shared with you, it shouldn't be heard to the third party. Are we together? Na sisi pia wenye tuko hapa, kwa mfano, ni vizuri hajataja huyo. Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him. Ni vizuri hajataja huyo boy. Kwa mfano, hata kama angekuwa amemtaja, sisi kama pia counselors, kazi yetu isikue the moment mtu kama huyo anajulikana, wewe unatoka hapo unasema, by the way, unajua wewe, kumbe tulisikia, kwani what was the problem? And you didn't tell me, and I sit with you here. In fact, we sleep in the same dog. Bwana, kwani don't do that. Even if he's your closest friend and he didn't disclose to you, don't share with him. Don't go ask him anything. wacha ule mwenye yeye ametrust na ameshare na